Hello, hello, everybody. We are back out of the park. Baseball 22. We're burning down the Dodgers. And right now, this is going to be our off-season little special, I guess. It'll probably be a longer video. We're going to work through a couple things here. Let me just make that full screen. We're going to sim the playoffs. We're going to look at potential extensions. We're going to go through free agency, see if we can see if we win any awards in the off season, things like that. So we're going to do this in one episode. This is probably going to be a lengthy one, but we'll kind of go from there. So first of all, I went through and checked on some of the teams that are in the playoffs that we traded players to. We'll start with the Padres because I believe we traded Bellinger to the Padres, right? Yeah, so he is out 1 week for them. But if we look at his season, he was I think he was the first trade that we made. 4.7 WAR, OPS plus of 142. Yeah, that'd be great for us. That would have made a pretty big difference. So he had a great season overall, and we can we kind of expected this too. Let's see, who else did we trade? We traded with the Cardinals, and we traded. Who do we trade to them? Corey Seager. He had a 3-WAR season. Looks like he was banged up a little, but he spent some time in AAA on a rehab assignment. But 20 home runs, 70 RBI there. So 108 OPS plus. Pretty good season. I wouldn't say a great season from him, but pretty good, all things considered. Let's see the other former Dodger in the playoffs here. We trade with the Indians. We traded Max Muncy. It was Blake Trinan. He's out though, so nothing really to write home about there. But look at Max Muncy. 40 home runs, 105 RBI. He had a 5.4 WAR season. That's a potential like MVP season. I don't know, MVP. Could be. 945 OPS. Pretty good for Max Muncy. I don't think we traded anybody else here. Trevor Stefan. No, it wasn't. Okay, never mind. I thought it might have been. Or Stefan, I guess. Trevor Stefan. The Astros. Did we trade anyone to the Astros? I can't remember now. I don't think. Zach McAllister. No, never mind. I was like, wait. We traded Zach McKinstry. That's who we traded. But we also traded a player to the Rays, and it was Will Smith, who is a catcher, 3.7 WAR season, 112 OPS plus, 27 homers as a catcher. You will take that all year long. 27 home runs from your catching position. Yes, please. So we have a couple former Dodgers here in the playoffs, which we'll sim through here. So let's sim till playoffs end. We'll probably get some personal messages that pop up and interrupt our simulation. Yep. So Schoolbull completed his IL time, so that's good. Whoops, wrong button. I'm curious to see if any of our players. Well, there's a pretty good chance that some of our former players win the World Series. Padres just mowing down. Tommy Canley. All right, let's see here. All right, so we got the Rays and the Padres in the final two. They both have former Dodgers. Pache. All right, so now I think the World Series is what? Padres, Astros? Yeah. Let's see, did we help the Padres win the World Series? Simeon Wood. Okay, well, we have to find out here now. Oh, okay. So game 6, here we go. God, what a blue ball moment, huh? All right, we get it. Everyone's good. Everyone's healthy. They're all off IL. Okay, great. Game 7. Oh, the Padres win. Oh, can you believe that? Yeah, actually, I can really believe that. Especially getting Bellinger back for the for the playoffs. That'll help. Ooh, look at that score, 220. Yikes. That's ugly. I'll tell you that. All right. So let's just check first the front office. Let's look at our staff here. Do we need to hire anybody? Just a couple players. That's okay. So we'll just go ahead and do that real quick. Rookie league pitching coach. So let's go ahead and check that out. We don't really care about their trainer ratings, care about their coach ratings. So let's see. Teaching pitching. Who's out there? Okay, we have 4 outstanding people. Handles development. That's something important. Handles aging as well. Influences mechanics. I might want someone who's a little bit... I might take Darren Holmes, who has outstanding in both aging and development, excellent mechanics. I'd rather take that, I think, over legendary in aging and development and decent in mechanics. Well, let's take a look at who they prefer. Unproven, works well with temperamental, struggles with normal. Just real quick to see what kind of personalities we have. Personable. We have a bunch of personables and normal. Okay, so that might not be the best choice if he struggles with normal then. So we'll go... no, that's not what I wanted to do. A lot of our prospects are up, though. Time to shine, baby. We are ready to rock and roll. But anyways, sorry, got distracted. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. So let's see what Ramon Ortiz is. Works well with easygoing. Okay. Yep, I think that'll be the case then. Want to keep cohesion among our pitching staff. 2 years, that's fine. Okay, so now our other opportunity that's open is manager. So we'll look for a manager here. And then since he's low, since he's I was going to say low A, but since he's a rookie league ball, we'll want someone who can handle development really well and also is pretty good throughout everything else, which I feel like our choice is Randy McCammett here. Just go ahead and offer him the position. Hopefully we can hire both of them. And let's take a look at arbitration. I was going to say, I don't think we have too many people here. Paddock, we have Paddock, Christian Colon, who is going to be out of a job next year. I mean, he had a good, for being a waiver wire pickup, not waiver wire pickup, for being a free agent that we signed this year. He did really well for us. A lot of the value came from, defensively. Hit 260 isn't bad, but doesn't have great on base skills. Didn't really provide much pop. I say that as he hit us 34 doubles, so I don't know why his slugging so low. It's kind of odd. And then his OPS was only 670. So, we're going to withdraw that. We're not going to pay him anything there. And then, injured. Caleb Ferguson's injured. Let's see what it would take to extend Chris Paddock. Offer contract extension. We do have quite a bit of money left for extensions. But before we sign him, I feel like there's some other players we would want to extend first. Pending free agents. Don't want to submit qualifying offers for any of these players. The answer to that is a hard no. Giannis Cespedes, who is bitching about not playing but yet hitting 190. Tyler Flowers, who was hitting 100 at AAA. Shane Green, he didn't have too bad of a year. Tyler Saladino, anyone else in the minor leagues that we're going to want to extend or have a major league contract? Jeffrey Ramirez. Yeah, that is an extension that I would offer just because he's still relatively young. I don't think that would be a bad one year contract there. I'm just looking at the ones that have a salary because those are, I think, major league contracts or minor league with a major league option. And these are mostly players who we signed right before the season started to kind of fill out our team. So I don't think there's anybody else. Zach Granite, did he play that? Yeah, he's gone. Dario Agrazal actually had a decent season, looks like, which is quite extraordinary. I mean, granted, it was at double and triple A, but yeah, we won't be bringing him back, especially for $1.2 million. Everybody else, we will go ahead and offer a minor league contract extension to, or I should say, anyone with looks like they had a decent year. See, Matt Davidson, 30 first base. I don't think we need that. I think he'll just block players moving forward. Chris Rowley, yes, we'll offer a minor league extension there. Marcus Solbach, no, I'm not going to do that. Mitch Talbot, yes. He's old, could provide some value. I mean, not to like the major league club. I'm thinking of like in terms of like double A, triple A, just like filler. Christian Santana, yes, we'll do that. Look, he had a good year. Did I already do? No, I did not do Jesus Severino. Okay, so that's good there. It's funny because usually when we do the Pirates, this arbitration eligible player list is so super long. And so is this pending minor league free agents. But so we're not going to really bring back anyone who we signed just at the start of the season to create depth. We're going to bring back a couple of our minor leaguers. But for the most part, we have a pretty good core that I want to keep intact. So now one of the things that I want to do before we get too far in the off season is just look at our players, a couple of our players, and just see could we give any. Let's instead of looking at the top left all the time, I'm going to switch that to let's look at the active roster here so I don't go blind by turning my head the whole time. Who can we offer extensions to early and get them locked up? So Mackenzie Gore is one that you have to look at, you have to consider. So okay, let's see. I don't even know what to do with this. Like this annoys me when this happens. He has less than about 1 year, no years of major league service, so he's not arbitration eligible for a little while. But I would like to sign him to a long-term deal. Let's just go ahead and look at some of these. Ivan Herrera. Let's see. Is anyone open for like a contract extension? Okay, so Ivan Herrera is. I feel like this is a pretty good deal. He's going to be, our third catcher, though? If we look at this. Yeah, we have Keibert, Alejandro, and then Ivan. But if we can lock one of them up for long term, why don't we do it, I feel like Ivan has the lowest ceiling of the three. But again, $1 million throughout the 6 years or whatever, that's not bad. Alejandro Kirk had a great season at AAA. I mean, look at that. Over 1,166 OPS. 1100 OPS, OPS plus of 172. Yeah, see, he wants just a major league contract. What's Keibert thinking here? Yeah, see, that's another. See, I like the Herrera contract better because I like Keibert better as a player. But let's assume Herrera plays well. Let's assume Alejandro Kirk plays well. Then we get in these latter years, 26, 27, 28, 29, we're paying $6 million for like a third catcher, which really isn't justifiable. I kind of like the Herrera contract better. He's younger. I mean, by 2 years. What's the personality like on him? Just curious. Not the life of the party. I think Keibert is like a legit leader in real life. Yeah, I think so. Just look at batting. Yeah, I mean, the guy's good. The guy is really good. Yeah, I mean, Herrera definitely has... Ruiz definitely has the higher ceiling. Okay, we'll come back. Kalenic, let's see. Okay, nothing there. First, I'm just going through and saying, okay, who's willing to engage in this, and then I will circle back and try to actually offer some of these players a contract extension here. Nolan Gorman, be interested to see if he would. Yeah, I was gonna say. He was in major leagues for a hot second. I feel like Pache would want one. Yeah. Whew. That's quite the pill to quite the pill to swallow. But it's the 8 years. He'd be done when he's 30. We're buying out some arbitration. I would almost rather increase the first few years pay and reduce the back end. I mean, we have $223 million for extensions. So, all right, let's just keep checking out Randy Arozarena. I feel like I want to wait on him. Yeah, like that. Our outfield is kind of set, with some high-end prospects. And given a 26-year-old an 8-year extension that averages out to $11 million per year, we're really going to be paying for that. And by paying for that, I mean not literally but figuratively in the back half of the contract. And maybe I'm being a little bit too cautious because I'm so used to owning the Pirates and we have a lot of money to play with, but I also don't want to just run through anything. Let's see what Brujan. Yeah, okay. Brujan's a perfect player in real life who would take an extension. Let's see, Nolan Jones. Okay. Austin Martin. Okay. Ryan Mountcastle. Okay, let's check him out. That's not a bad deal. It doesn't look bad. I mean, $4 million through the I might actually want to add a couple more years onto that, to be honest. How did he play? He had a pretty good year, but I wonder what the difference was. Why this year did he break out? It wasn't his on base. It wasn't his average. Wasn't a slot. I guess it was everything just kind of put together. I think his defense helped. He has pretty good splits. By pretty good, I mean there's not a big difference between the two. Just let's take a look at salaries real quick. Yeah, okay. Our biggest salaries are players that were withholding Look, our 5 biggest salaries this year are players that aren't on the team. And I'm looking at this because our financial situation will improve beyond what it already is. Just curious, how much money do we have for free agents, too? I know I'm jumping around, but I'm just trying to see what... We have $124 million for free agents. I mean, we have the opportunity to make a splash, but we're not going to... I'm like overwhelmed right now, to be honest. Overwhelmed because I'm not used to having this, many options. I almost don't know how to spend this money. All right, so let's go to Scooble. Let's see. Will he take one? Who else played well? Austin Hayes. See, this is a pretty big one too for some. I mean, we're supposed to have a couple guys that can legit play in the outfield. I'm less gung-ho about giving some of our outfielders big extensions unless there are I'm okay with extending the younger guys who have not played yet to a long-term contract. But these guys who are 26, giving them a big contract, and we have some young guns coming up. I hate that term, young guns. I don't know why I use that. I feel like this is not a smart idea. And then Austin Hayes, I'd be giving that contract to him off of a career year. And I just hate paying people for career years. Let's see, Chris Paddock. He was one of the first ones we looked at, right? I'm not going crazy. Yeah, okay. $10 million a year is not bad for the type of consistency I know we're going to get. I might try to chop a couple years off just because I know through some sims he can, and that might have been through injury too. He fell off, but I might want to shorten that by a couple years and see what he does there. Simeon Woods Richardson, I feel like he's a good one coming off an injury. Might be willing to sign. Because he was having a pretty good season. Yeah, I mean, he's having a good season before he got messed up. Hunter Green. Shane McClanahan. Let's see. Yeah, these guys in their first year, they don't want to sign extensions, which I don't really blame them. Grayson Genesta, former Brave prospect. I'm curious to see what kind of season did he have. I don't think I've checked in on him actually. Okay, decent double A season. Let's see, double A. Liberator. Bedell. Jaron Kendall. Shane Langoliers. Who's the fourth catcher in our farm system. Let's see, Ryan Green. No. Oh, Kyle, looks like Kyle Stower. Yeah, we fought to get him in just as a throw-in. Looked like he had an okay season at high A ball. Okay, there you go. You always love when the throw-ins play well. Okay, so we went through everyone here. I wonder if Caleb Ferguson will take one because he's coming off an injury. Nope. Okay. All right, so we have some decisions to make here. Who are we going to extend, if anybody? I feel like we have the financial capability here to extend some players. Manuel Clace. Okay, so who do we want? Let's think that through. Who is our most important to extend? Mackenzie Gore? Brudsar Graterol? Randy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher that name. Rosarena. Wow. Disgusted with myself. I feel like our pitching staff, and I would love to get Alejandro Kirk before he gets to the major leagues. He's 22, hasn't played in the major leagues yet. I'm just going to ask for a response on this. 5 years, there's no way he does that. I'm happy with the dollar value, but I don't want to be tied up that long. Okay. What if I do something like... So he's going to be arbitration eligible after 3 years. If I give him 5 years, this is more than he'll make that year. More than he'll make that year. More than he'll make that year. And then if we can maybe get him for $3 million, that would be value, I think. This might even be lowballing him, and I don't mean to do that. I mean, am I overpaying him? Now I'm worried I'm overpaying this guy. 5 years, $13 million would be pretty good to lock him in. Okay. Let's see, Mackenzie Gore. Could we do something similar for him? So, I'm giving him value. So the wins here for him is I'm giving him value. This is more than he would make because I'm buying out that arbitration years. His pre-arbitration years, I mean. So he would make league minimum up until this point. So I'm giving him like, what, a $1 million plus raise for those 3 years. And then I'm assuming, so at this point he's going to be arbitration eligible. But I'm going to assume that he's going to have maybe not an incredible career, but let's just say he shows at least a modicum of value. His arbitration number will at least be, you got to think it's, $3 million. And you got to think that next year, if he pitches well, it's going to be $3 million again. So I'll go up to even. Do I want to go up to 5? I'll go up to 5.5 million. Just ask for a response there. Nope. Okay. Okay. Happy with the dollar amount. So he's looking at a 1 year, $3 million. So that's kind of where his mind is at. Okay. So that gives us at least something to work off of. What would he take 6 years at that amount? That would be a steal for us. Okay. You won't go 1 year. Will you go 5 years that amount? Because this is no value to me, because if I'm going shorter than this, I am essentially just giving him free money that I don't have to, because he's not going to reach arbitration yet. So if I give him any less than 5 years, essentially, I'm getting value for maybe 1 year, which doesn't even make much sense. But I'm pretty much saying, oh yeah, here's just free money that you weren't going to have to earn before your arbitration eligibility. So that makes... Okay, so Mackenzie Gore is not going to get a long-term extension. It's fine. Get it. Doesn't matter. My feelings aren't hurt, Mackenzie. It's all right. Josiah Gray. Okay, so he's looking at a 1 year contract, $1.1 million. Let's just see. Will he take 6 years of that? Happy with the dollar amount. Doesn't want to be tied up that long. What if I say $3 million for 6 years? What's his thoughts on that? Okay. Bro, no, I'm not going to just give you... No. Okay. So, I understand. You're a high-ranking pitcher. You want to show what you're worth. I get it. I'm not offended. So, we're going to move on. Pache. I'm sure you would like your career to be here, but... If we give him this... A lot of the arbitration-eligible players we have will be hitting arbitration after the 2023 season. 2023 or 2024 season. So that's when he's going to get a big jump in his contract too. But at that stage, some of the contracts we're already paying for are gonna hop off the books. You know, like the Jacob Turners, that kind of stuff. It's a lot. Did he really earn that much? Let's see. War costs. I haven't looked this up. I know I've spouted this in the past, and it's probably outdated because it's a couple years old. But a win a war should cost $4 million. So 13.5. So by this, he should be worth, or he should, about a little over four. Almost 4 war. Almost 3 war. A little over 3 war. Sorry, it's a little bit late when I'm recording this. So a little bit over 3 war. Let's see. Yeah, I mean 3.4 war. That's about accurate. 3.4 war this year. He would probably have more if he didn't get hurt. So I'll put him at closer to 4 war player. So that might be a steal. But then you got to think, okay, you have Kalenic coming up. And I would like to get these signed before the awards come because I feel like that, I don't know if it does, but I feel like it could have an interesting effect on how much these players ask. I'm just curious about fielding stats. It's a pretty good zone rating. Not gonna lie. It's zone rating. What's the other one? Range factor. I'm like, duh. I'm like, where's it at? I'm literally looking at it. It used to be called RF here, I think, not RNG. Range factor. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. That's pretty elite level, not going to lie. But I'll negotiate with him. I think 13 is a little too much. I'm willing to say, hey, how about we do 4 now? No, how about we do this? 3 now, 4 then, but I want to take off. I want to get this down to 11 million. We'll even go 5 million here. 4 million next year, but I don't want to pay more than 11 million in any of these years. Okay. 5 million, 8 million per year. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Again, I'm not getting much value. Would you go 7 years at that? Okay. All right. That could provide some good value for player. 7 years, 62 million. Okay. I'd be happy with that extension. Let's see. Who else can we get? I mean, if Kirk, Ruiz, we could just get our stable of catchers just locked up like that. Pardon my cough. Still a lot to give Keibert for a backup catcher, because you got to assume that's the thing. It's like Herrera paying what he wants as an extension. That is like backup catcher money, and he would be a great backup catcher. But paying $6 million a year for a backup catcher. So that's the thing. It's like I don't want to pay $6 million a year for backup catcher, but I also don't want to pay $2.8 million a year for a third catcher. You know what I mean? That's the rub. He's 21. Could I get 7 years out of that? Take out the player option. Or you know what? Make it a team option. How about that? Yeah. Buyout, we'll say it's $500,000. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, Yvonne. Okay. Let's get back to Andreas Jimenez. We did not look at him. We did not see if he would take one. I don't think, at least. Oh, yikes. Ooh. So that's saying he should be worth a little over 3 wins of WAR. And was he? Nah, that's an overpay. And he's not coming up on 2 years. Actually, he is coming up on arbitration. But that's way too much. Way too much. Let's see. Would you do 4 years instead? He's 23. Yeah, but we have... See, that makes it harder for us because then he has a major league contract. Well, duh, no shit. But we have talent up the middle coming up. We have Vidal, Austin Martin. So I don't know if I want to pay that much. You know, that's such a big payday. Yeah, we're not going to do that. And if he has a good season next year, gets off to a hot start, then maybe. But no, I don't think so. Austin Hayes, we already looked at that. That's someone that I feel like I don't want to pay for a career year. 8 years, that has regret written all over it, in my opinion. Kalenic is up next. I don't know. Did not show well in his major league debut. So this might be the time to strike. What would it take to get him for 10 years? Just curious. Let's see. Would he do that? What would it take to get Kalenic for 10 years? I'm curious if I just... There's no way he's going to take this. He's going to want something that's like $80 million or something. Serious. Not like 80 million is a joke. Like 80 million, seriously. What if I gave him $4 million a year for 10 years? Based on his or almost $5 million a year, I guess. For 10 years. It's not a bad deal for him. Great deal for us as he pans out. Bro, I'm not giving you a 1-year contract for $5 million when I don't have to pay you shit. You have 80 years. You have 80 days of major league experience. All right, what if we do 7 years and $5 million? That's not bad. That could be a deal for us too. Because those last 3 years, you got to think, or last 4 years are going to be way over $5 million. Just curious what he says here. Okay. All right. That's like, yeah, 7-year, $36 million contract. I would take that. All right, we're probably going to wait. Let's see, what did Mountcastle want? It's not a bad one, I don't think. Yeah, I would want more years, though. I know I'm a little greedy, but it's my job. Tariq, what would you... Okay. Vidal. I feel like now is the time to get on with Vidal. Let's see, 78 days of major league experience. Let's say we tier it like that. No, bro, I'm not doing that. Okay, Austin Martin. You got to assume Austin Martin's going to turn into an elite hitter just based on what we saw so far. So what would it take to get 7 years of him? Seven years. These could come back and bite me in the ass, but I don't think they will. They're pretty low risk. 7 years at $3 million a year. 7 years at 3.1 million. 7 years at 3.2. Bro, I want the years. Okay, this is my last offer. I won't go higher than 3.47. Okay, yep. All right. We'll come back to you, Austin. And then I feel like one of the last players I want to go for is Simeon here. Let's see, what if we give him, yeah. We'll give him 1.5 million for 6 years. I doubt he takes this, right? Yeah, nope, okay. All right, I feel like that's all the extensions I want to offer right now. We'll see in the... Let's see, we will see in our little mailbox here. Okay, looks like we got our coaches. All right, great. I'm glad. All right, signed. All right. Alejandro Kirk signed. Pache signed. Oh, fans are happy. Okay. Kalenic, contract signed. So we have Jared Kalenic. Let's check out that contract now, huh? It's a pretty good rate, I feel like. Have him through the next... I'm betting on him. I'm betting on him to have a great career. I think last year when he came up to the majors was a little bit of a fluke. His range is pretty good. Zone rating didn't agree that he was that great, but so we have 2/3 of our outfield locked up for a long term, which is good. I'm okay with that, and we'll continue to work from there. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go back to our free agency here, or our transactions, and look at the 110 million. Yeah, upcoming free agents. Wouldn't that be wild? Grab Corey Seager back. No, we have our middle infield locked up. But we have our middle infield, I feel like, locked up. I think our pitching staff, though, I mean, you can never have enough pitching. We will be in the market. Let's just go through here. Let's set our lineup and let's set our pitching staff so we can see any potential weaknesses. So our pitching staff, it's pretty good. I mean, I know it has Ryan Pepiot here, which is kind of confusing, to be quite honest. Caleb Ferguson will be back. Hunter Green is an option. Tanner Houck's an option. Shane McClanahan is an option. Simeon Woods Richardson is an option. Josiah Gray, I don't know why he's a closer, but he could be in the starting rotation. So I'm really going to focus on high-end relievers, similar to what we did in the Pirates playthrough, high-end relievers, and then some high-end everything pretty much. We have the money. We don't have to hey, can we sign this guy for $1.8 million for a 1-year contract? We can really kind of go out and say, hey, I want these 2 players that I think will be high-end players for us, and I want them for like 2 years or so. Or we have a ton new flexibility now. And as far as the lineup goes, I mean, we have Bichet, we have Kalenic. Our catchers are fine. I mean, maybe first base, but to be honest, Ryan Mountcastle had a damn good year last year for us. There's not many holes. Maybe third base is where our biggest hole is. But we have Jones and we have Gorman that could fill that gap. Rosarena, solid season. He may not have another 4.4 win season, but we have other options that we could play. Austin Hayes is one of those options. We could move him into left, or I mean, he can play any position. Jimenez, he's fine. He could be replaced by an Austin Martin or something like that. So, I mean, I feel pretty good about this. I'm only going to look for really high end kind of talent here. But, anyways, let's go ahead. Like I said, this was going to be a longer episode, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. So let's go see if we have won any awards. Jeffrey signed. Okay, our offers have been accepted. That's great. Let's see. Gold Glove Award. Did we happen to win that? I'm curious. Hey, Pache. Hey, Pache. Gold or Great Glove. Sorry. Great Glove Award winner. Guy's a stud. That's why we locked him up. $8 million a year. No, I forgot that was a player opt-out that last year. Ooh. Oh, well. Still not bad. All right. Pache with a Great Glove. Let's see. Do we have maybe reliever of the year here as well? Could we snag that award? I wonder if this gives anyone agita that I don't like really clear my messages. Well, I know we're not going to win Manager of the Year. There are no false pretenses there. Cy Young. Oh, they passed over Tariq. All right, so now we have our arbitration hearings, which should go out without a hitch. I mean, we don't really have, Chris Paddock, $1.8 million. Cody Anderson. Who the fuck's Cody Anderson? And why the fuck is he going to earn $1 million? When did we get him? Free agent signing? Yeah, I don't want him on my team. Good thing I looked at this again. Get the hell out of here. All right. So pretty easy salary arbitration day coming up. And then we have our free agency filing. So this is what I'm excited for, is who... okay. Paddock got a little bit of a raise there. Okay. So let's see the free agency filings coming up and who we can add to the lineup. Who are we missing from our starting rotation there, though? Kenzie Gore, Paddock, Scooble. Who am I missing? Was it Scooble I was missing? Oh, God. Come on, Zach. Know your players, bruh. All right, free agents file. Corey Seager. Should we go and get him? That would be hysterical. Wouldn't that be? That'd be hysterical to go grab him after we just trade him away. What a coup that was. So whoever we traded him to the Cardinals, I'm pretty sure, didn't keep him. Oh, Caleb, that's who we lost. Caleb Ferguson. That's right, because he's injured. I was like, wait, who in our lineup was missing? That's who. All right, so let's just do a quick $161 million for free agents here. Let's just take a quick cursory glance so we could go. I mean, that would fill a gap. $40 million. I've never paid anyone this much before. 5 WAR. How long? Let's see. He's 30 years old. I bet you he's going to want a 6-year deal. Contract demands $40 million. So, like, 6-year deal for $240 million. I bet you that's what he wants. Let's see. 9-year, bro. No way. Get out of here. And I'd lose a draft pick for that? Get the hell out of here. I'm not doing that. All right, we're good with catchers. Let's look at first base real quick. Mark Canha. I mean, $10 million for what? Like, what's he going to give us? I do have him on one of my fantasy teams. Very good. Yeah, just kind of blah there. Let's see. Second base. Marcus Semien. Could be a good defensive, but we have good defense, though, on our team. How much does he want? $12 million? Bro, get out of here. Oh, your OPS plus was 77. You want $12 million a year? You're fucking insane. Oh, sorry. Cuss. Kid show. Insane. Let's see. Third base. Seager? No. Chris Taylor, former Dodger. $40 million. You're out of your mind. Let's see. Shortstop. Seager, $30 million. I feel like that's reasonable for him, to be honest. Is that against the... Okay, so is that against the rules if we go out and re-sign him? How many years does he want? Bro, get out of here. Nope. Correa, he wants $33 million. What is this guy's? This guy is insane in the membrane. Javier Baez. I mean, borderline overrated is sin, right? $29 million. If anything, I would spend 19 on Andrelton Simmons. He had 4.5 WAR. Ooh, yikes! Did not know that. But again, paying for a career year here. 6 years. But see, I don't know how much that helps our team. 92 OPS plus. You're going to pay $19 million a year for someone who's not a complete player. But again, I'm looking at this from like a Pittsburgh Pirates perspective. And I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, let's see what else. Left field, yeah, I don't. There's no reason to really sign. There's no reason to really even consider. Let's see, all outfielders. No reason to consider like an outfielder because we have a ton of depth there. Designated hitter, like what? All right, starters. This is where we can. Max Scherzer, 37, wants $31 million. The only way I'll consider this is if he wants it for 1 year. No way. I'm not giving a 37-year-old Max Scherzer a 5-year contract that averages $31 million a year. There's no way. There's 0% chance of doing that. Kershaw, nope. Gausman, this is maybe a little under the radar kind of signing that could pay off for us. Maybe I'm just biased because he's on one of my fantasy teams. What does he want? 10 million for 60 million for a guy who's never had more than 1.6 WAR in a season. This is the difference. This is why you want to extend your guys. You're paying like that was like $6-7 million per WAR right there, as opposed to the much discounted rate you get when you lock them up early. There's financial benefit to that, 100%. All right, let's see relievers. Come on, there's got to be some good relievers here, right? Injured. Court Neville. Wow, bad years. Back-to-back years. Negative WAR. I wonder why. That's interesting. See, I would sign these guys, but can I? Okay, I guess I can offer them contracts despite being injured. But yeah, I'm not. Tommy John surgery? Come on. I can't offer any of these guys contracts. Like, get out of here. That'd be mismanagement. Kenley Jansen, looks like he did not have a good year. Jake Diekman, $7 million, lefty. What's he want? What do you want? I mean, this guy is just a flamethrower against lefties. Not so much about righties. How many years does he want, though? What's our current staff like? McClanahan. We could use a good lefty reliever. All right, I'll do it. 2 years, 14 is pennies for us big market teams. Colombe, I think that's how you pronounce it. Colombe, one of the two. I just watched a game, I heard it, and I was like, oh, that's how you do it. I'm going to remember that, and I've already forgot it. 10 million. Please don't make it be long. 4 years. What if we do 2 years and I make it 12 million a year? Would you do that? Well, I guess we'll see. Okay. So we'll go back to off-season center here. We're coming up on an hour, boys and girls. I'm sorry if I'm mumbling. I realize that I do that sometimes. I'm like, oh, I need to stop mumbling. Or just like going off on random tangents, just like stream of consciousness. All right, so let's see if we can get Diekman, Colombe, whatever, tomato. I mean, we have money, but you just don't want to spend it to spend it. You want to spend it with a purpose. And I think this would be acquiring a solid righty and a solid lefty in our bullpen to help get to greater all at the end. I feel like it would help significantly. And the starting pitching isn't great. I'm not going to overpay. Seeing this though makes me want to go back and extend some of these guys because it's like, listen, if they get to this point, it's gonna be way too much money, like way too much money. All right, still pending. Can someone either sign or decline? Okay, they both favor the offer. One of them's probably going to come back and say, this is great, but the Angels offered me blah, blah, blah. We have the Rule 5 draft coming up here. That's today. So we have a ton of talent in our in our farm system. So let's make sure none of them are from us here. Junior Fernandez, what team is this? Not us. Okay. See, I don't know this as well as I think Tulsa's us, right? Yeah, Tulsa is us. I don't know this as well as the Pirates. So I'm not like, wait, Tulsa, is that a affiliate of the Dodgers? So the easiest way to do this here until I learn my Dodgers affiliates is to go to rosters and transactions and then search by potential and see who is eligible. Okay, no one with high potential is eligible here. Okay. I don't think I really have to worry about him going. Now, is there anyone we want to draft? No. Jacob Barnes, no. Dylan Betances, no. JT Brubaker, now, okay. Hold on, folks. We have good Brubaker feelings. We have warm and fuzzies from Brubaker from our Pirates playthrough. But active roster for the whole year, I'd much rather just trade for him after the draft. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start the draft. We are going to auto-complete the draft. Did anyone get picked? I doubt it. Oh. Tyler Quinn on one of my fantasy teams. Matt Theis. That's weird. Okay. So now let's go to the Buccos real quick. So if they aren't going to protect Brubaker, can we trade for him here? What would it take to get him off you guys? Very little. Robert Paulson. Oh, I forgot. He was one of our lottery tickets from the A's. Very good year in rookie ball. Not so great in single A, but he's very young, 19 years old. All right. See, this is how I get distracted. I'm going down here looking at who to trade. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's one of our lottery tickets there. Cartaya. There's Tyler Baum. He had a decent season at high A. 95 innings, 105 Ks, 48 walks. Not bad at all. Vivas, Jorbit Vivas. 20 years old. Junior Garcia. Wow, 4 WAR in rookie ball. I feel like our farm system is very good. Oh, we still have Noyce on our roster. Noyce. Let's see. What if we just spam some low-level prospects in here? Jack Little. Does that help at all? Guillermo Zaniga. I'm gonna make that trade just because I do not want to make a mistake pronouncing that name. We'll get Brubaker. So a decent arm. He's been good for us in the past. He's not going to light the world on fire, but he's a solid arm that we could have in the bullpen. So there we go. Boom. Done. And then if we go back to our offseason center, we'll see if we can snag these other relievers. Then after these Joes sign, we'll then go back and maybe Adam Frazier. No, I have no desire for Adam Frazier. We'll go back and try to extend some of these players again. After this whole free agency period, though, seeing the difference between the price of extending these players and then getting in the open market, yeah, I want to extend these guys while I can. I just want these people. I just want Dykeman and, all right, Colomb, he signed. All right, great. I just want them to sign so I can get a good picture of our financials here. So, okay, column A. That's how you do it. Column A. It's definitely column A. All right, so they signed. Boom, right like that. Let's go to offseason center. Curious just to see where we rank upon war gained or lost. And we are probably in the middle, I bet. Yeah, see. Okay, we lost 1.5 war. Who was that from? Caleb Ferguson, maybe? Who did we lose? Oh, Christian Cologne. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. That makes sense. Okay. So that's that. Now let's go back to, again, some of our players here that we can extend. We already did, we've not done Mountcast. We've looked at his, though. And what does he want? I can't remember if that's the, yeah, this is the reasonable one. Could I get a 6th year out of him? But could I get that for $4 million? See, I don't know. I know 197 seems really like, oh, you got a ton. But you think we got Gray, Skubal, Gore, Paddock all coming up. They're all going to want what? 20, 30 million a year? That's 120. That gets you to 120 million like that. So that's why I'm being cautious about some of these. But Gore, I want to sign Gore to like a monster extension right now. Would he do 10 years for 6? He probably wouldn't. For $6 million a year, or almost $7 million a year, it's a $70 million extension, which would be great for us. I mean, I feel like what I would have to do to get him would be to up that to like $10 million. Yeah, see. What if I do 8 at like $10 million? 8 years at $10 million. I mean, I'm really banking on him having a good season. I'm banking on, I mean, not only a season, a good career, because I'm fronting him with only 166 days of service. I'm like fronting him $30 million that he does not have to get. But I have to think, could I make that $30 million up on the back end? And if Gore even has, if he has an okay career through arbitration until he gets to free agency, he's going to cost more than $10 million a year. If he makes it the open market, and even if he's just a mediocre talent, he's going to cost more than $10 million a year. I'm going to ask for his response on this. I'm going to be curious. Won't do it. Okay. I mean, this guy knows what he's worth. Not hating at all. And Skubal won't do it, I believe. I'm a little more worrisome about offering him because of, he had a pretty low BABIP. He's historically in some of the playthroughs not been the most reliable. I would be okay like going to arbitration with him, I feel like. Josiah Gray is someone that I will try to lock up here. I just want to get the pitching dealt with. I want to keep a strong rotation. Let's give him the offer we gave to Gore. Or maybe not. We'll say 8 years at $6 million because let's see. Well, let's negotiate that. Come on, you're in business. You're better than that. Come on. He, I think, is maybe just a slight step, a small step below Gore. He won't do it either. I'll go 7 years. No, see, I'm not doing that. I need some certainty here. People. I know Paddock will do it, but see, if Paddock wants $11 million a year, I mean, Jiminy Cricket. Okay, so we do $6 million. This is a $57 million contract, about average of $9 million a year. I just want to take us off of the back end. Some of our players are going to be extension eligible. How about this? I'll even make this a player option. Or let's do a vesting option. How about that? Needed, innings pitched. You give me 170 in the final year of your contract. I feel like that's a good deal. You know what? Let's just even it out. We'll go 6.9 million every year. Nice. I doubt he's gonna do this. No. You know what? We'll leave the No, wait, we won't do that. All right, let's see. What's his thoughts on this? No. I mean, that's not... He just... I don't know. I guess we'll just roll with it now. We'll roll with it. We locked up some of our players. Is there anyone else we could lock up? We're not going to do Jimenez. Not going to do Hayes. Not going to do Arozarena. Jones, I don't think will do it. Yeah, no. Okay. Okay. I think that's going to be where we're going to stay because I'm not going to pay for career years out of Scooble. Yeah, that's where we'll stay. We'll try again after next season, and if we have to, we have to. But the Paddock thing, I don't think I'll regret it because I don't think I'm gonna want to do Arozarena. I really don't think so. But we have some time. They're just entering arbitration, so we have some time here. It's not the end of the world. Just like these real teams, they work on it for a couple years. They work, they go back and forth, yada, 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 to steal a Seinfeld phrase. Just, let's see, could we get 5 years from Vidal? Let's do 4 years instead. But that doesn't help us. 4 years doesn't really help us. Let's do 6 years at 2.2. I feel comfortable with that. That's like having him supply me with a half win a war. Nope, doesn't want to do it. Nope, okay. All right, Vidal, no worries. Again, no worries. We'll go back and forth. We'll get something that works. Keibert available for a long-term extension. I'll take one more look. So if I offer... If Keibert gets this extension, that means I have Keibert and I have Alejandro Kirk under contract for like 8 seasons. That means Ivan Herrera becomes a trade chip because I can't pay $2 million for a third catcher. Or do I just hold off on this, see how he does next year, and then go from there? Because he'll probably be behind. Well, maybe not. I was going to say he'd probably be behind Alejandro Kirk. That might not be the case. And I'm giving Kirk what? Yeah, I got him for a great deal. You know what? We'll do Keibert. So that means we would have, let's see, $1 million. Okay, let's think this through. So we will have $1 million. Let's call it two. Let's round. $2 million and $4 million for Alejandro Kirk through his contract. And if we offer this, that's going to be, so let's just round and say it'll be what I'm paying the catcher position will be $2 million plus, let's see. You add up both numbers together, you're getting $5-6 million to, on the high end, $12 million per year. It's pretty good. And so I got to think $12 million per year, $4 million a war. Do I think that Keibert and Alejandro will combine for 3 war? I think they will. So I'll do it. Can we negotiate just a little bit here? Just a little bit. I'd rather take $1 million off here and add $1 million here. Could we get that? Could we get that? Okay, 5 years, $27 million. So we're paying $7 to $10 million. But again, this doesn't necessarily help me because I'm giving away money. Would you do 7 years at that? Okay. This will be the last thing we check in this episode, to see if Ruiz signs this. That'll be the last thing we check because we're going on 1 hour 20 minutes now, which is super long for one of our episodes. And I don't know why I'm so engrossed in this, but I think I just love all the prospects and the ceiling that this team could have. This team could have an incredible ceiling. Incredible ceiling. If everything works out. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Fans are happy. So, I'm going to hop off because it's been a long enough episode. But we signed some relieving help. Colome, Diekman. We extended a number of our players. Bechet, Kalenek, Ruiz, Alejandro Kirk. And all of our pitchers turned us down. Starting pitchers turned us down to extend. So, we'll enter next season with a team that is much more prepared, has a year under their skin, or under their belt, not under their skin. It's not Buffalo Bill here. A year under their belt, and ready to rock and fucking roll. I'm excited. I think we'll compete next year. I mean, hopefully this makes me sound like an oracle and not like a dumbass, but I think we can. I think we have the right pieces to compete long term now. So we'll see. I will simulate the rest of this offseason since there's really nothing else to do. I'll come back. We'll look at season predictions. We will simulate the spring training and cross our fingers that no one gets hurt. So thanks for joining me in this extra long episode. But I look forward to talking to you all soon. Peace.